Do you have a favorite restaurant that you like going to? In fact, you like it so much that you go over and over and over again. And if you have a place like that, which I think probably a lot of us do you also notice, like I do, that when you go to that place, you often order the same thing? Okay, so hold that question in your mind for a moment. Then let me add on this other little one. How much are you enjoying sex these days? I mean, sex is always good compared to no sex, but if you're in a relationship and you have an active sex life, is it really going the way you'd like? How are these two things connected? Stay with me. Hello, I'm Geoff Laughton, your Relationship Architect.com. Welcome to this week's Tuesday Relationship Nugget. So now, just to make things maybe even a little bit more bizarre, let me throw Walmart in here. So you might be asking at this point, what the hell does Walmart, sex, relationship, how do those all, oh, and restaurants, how do those all have anything to do with each other? Well, I'm going to tell you, it makes a great package when you look at it all metaphorically. So human beings have two really core needs or desires that often conflict. One is the desire for dependability, reliability, knowing that your life feels stable or secure, right? That's a normal human need. And another big need we have is a need for adventure, a need for risk, a need to kind of break free of patterns to keep a certain level of vitality alive. Well, if you go to the same restaurant every single Friday night, and if you go to that restaurant and you order the same thing every time, how often do you notice that you're getting completely turned on at the thought of going to that restaurant? Well, how's that any different than if you think about having sex with your partner and you think, well, I do like that medium cheese pizza, or I do like that I get to have this done to me, or that I get to do that to my partner, but is there any fire to it? Well, if you have been in a relationship for a while, which these days may be more than a year, but if you've been in a long-term relationship like I have been for decades, then this is a really relevant issue, isn't it? There's an old saying, familiarity breeds contempt. And where there's contempt, guess what? There's not much desire. There's not a lot of heat or even aliveness that becomes fundamental to keeping a sex life continually regenerating itself. Now, let me bring the Walmart piece in. The reason that I thought of Walmart as another metaphor is because if we keep buying the same thing at the same place, that gets boring to the mind. There's no imagination in it. And imagination is a big part of what can really start and ignite a sense of adventure. Well, one of the things that I think is a big problem is that many people seem to treat their marriage or their committed relationship like it's a Walmart. It's the one-stop shop. And when you make your relationship the one-stop shop for all your needs, your physical needs, your emotional needs, your social needs, and usually not your professional needs, but I know some entrepreneurs who are married that work together. If your relationship is the place that is the central hub of your well-being, or the solution to when your well-being ain't being so well, then guess what happens? You get so familiar with each other. You get to be able to predict the other one oftentimes in your sleep. And guess what? That kills passion. It kills desire. And it gets fucking boring, doesn't it? Give that some thought. So if your relationship is like that, it's time for you to break out. You got to expand your horizons. So I'm going to talk more about that on the Thursday relationship tidbit. That'll be up in a couple of days. So if you have some questions, or this has stimulated something that you want me to add into Thursday's video, then please either leave a comment below this video, or if you want more anonymity, which a lot of people do when we start talking about their intimate life, then just go ahead and shoot me an email at Geoff, Geoff, at yourrelationshiparchitect.com. And I'll be happy to answer some questions in Thursday's video, where I'm going to talk about what you need to do to shift this. Okay? Wherever you are, have a great rest of your day or evening. Love fiercely. See you in a couple days. And if you want to see more, go to yourrelationshiparchitect.com, or go to youtube.com and search for Your Relationship Architect. Whole slew of good tidbit videos available for you to look at. Take care, everybody.